This presentation investigates how mandated leave policies impact firm and employee performance, as well as employee turnover. We examine this question through the lens of a New York State-based private college, a North Carolina-based for-profit healthcare organization, and a public school in Georgia. We explored 4 questions related to governmental policies and firm behavior in the United States. We compared leave policies at 3 different types of firms to better understand what firm policies look like across industries and states. The 4 questions we explored include: what impact do specific mandated state policies have on firms' hiring behavior? Do policies have an impact on employee performance and employee turnover? Do policies help or hurt firm productivity? Do effects vary by state, industry, or type of firm? And finally, we make recommendations for potential best path forwards to attract high-quality employees.
Paid time off in the typical workplace usually includes a mixture of vacation days, sick leave, and personal days, giving employees paid time away from work to support their health and work-life balance. Vacation days are generally provided for rest, travel, or leisure, and often increase with length of service. Sick leave enables employees to recover from illness, attend medical appointments, or care for an ill family member. Personal leave offers flexibility for non-medical, non-vacation needs, such as school events, urgent personal matters, or household responsibilities. Together, these types of PTOs help organizations maintain a healthier, more engaged workforce, lowering turnover and boost productivity. Employee leave policies in the United States have developed alongside major economic and social shifts. Early in the 20th century, large employers offered benefits like paid rest days and medical care to attend to workers and prevent unionization, a system called welfare capitalism. These voluntary programs helped establish leave as a strategic tool to boost loyalty and productivity. After World War II, wage freezes prompted employees to compete with other non-wage benefits such as paid vacation and health insurance, which laid the groundwork for today's benefit package. From a personal economic view, paid leave has long served as an incentive for retaining employees and improving performance.
Globally, the U.S. rankings are among the lowest, behind many less developed countries. In the image on the left, orange indicates countries with no national leave sick policies. And on the right, orange indicates countries where there is no nationally mandated paid maternity or parental leave. The other colors indicate varying lengths of policies, with dark green indicating the most progressive paid leave policies. Without federal mandates, about a quarter of the U.S. workforce is left without coverage. The image on the left, blue and green, indicate mandated paid leave policies. In the image on the right, green indicates the few states where there is required paid family and medical leave. The issue of paid leave is left to the states where heated political debate leads to inconsistent policies. Arguments against regulations focus on cost to employers and reduced worker hours through absenteeism and lower productivity. But what does the evidence say? Our case study comparing state leave policies shows that of the 3 states, New York is the only one where firms with 5 or more employees are required to provide some paid leave. New York State rolled out a Paid Family Leave Act policy between 2018 and 2021, covering all private and public sector workers, only the 4th state to do so. Findings suggest that New York's leave policy has imposed minimal costs on employers. Employers are finding it easier to deal with lengthy employee absences, with high employer ratings of employee performance along dimensions like attendance, commitment, cooperation, productivity, and teamwork. Mandates seem to have had no effect on the hiring and firing flows of firms. Despite the research, opposition to government-provided paid family leave rests on an argument that leave policies impose large burdens on businesses.
The FMLA federal mandate has brought employee challenges to firms not abiding by the federal law. The American Bar Association publishes a yearly report of court cases across the U.S., updating firms on the behaviors that could present a legal issue. Firm behaviors that resulted in employee lawsuits include firms firing employees once they return from FMLA and hiring new employees, firms not acknowledging an employee's request for leave, employers replacing positions while staff members are out on FMLA and returning them to less desirable roles. Little can be found in the literature about the impacts of mandated policies on firm hiring behaviors within the U.S., largely because governmental policies require only modest provisions for paid opportunities at all.
As we can see here, the Work Institute Retention Report from 2025 cites health and family and work life balance playing a large role in why employees are leaving firms. Estimates suggest that lost work time resulted in up to almost 1.5 billion potential work hours in 2024, a large productivity loss for businesses. Workers lost between $15 billion and $44 billion in wages due to child care problems alone. There is evidence that mandatory access to sick pay leads to higher labor productivity and firm profitability. We know that the determinants of turnover are related to stress, job dissatisfaction, harassment, burnout, lack of commitment, and work-family conflict. Access to appropriate leave policies can help address these issues. Research conducted in California, New Jersey, and San Francisco, where mandatory paid family leaves have been in effect over a number of years, all find very few negative impacts on firms with continued high support for the policies. Performance improvements are most pronounced in industries that require more physical presence in the workplace and where there is more expensive labor force with high human capital.
Healthcare and private education are in the top 5 for job openings. Public schools have the fewest job openings. Our findings suggest that the New York paid family leave policy has imposed minimal costs on employers. If anything, employers are able to easily deal with the lengthy employee absences, at least in the first year of the policy. At the same time, employees in small firms, many of whom previously lacked access to job protection, are more likely to take leave once the policy is in effect, potentially raising new challenges for employers.
The next question we sought to explore was whether leave policies help or hurt firm productivity. We compared the 3 sectors of private education, public education, and the nursing and residential care industry. Looking to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, we compared the labor productivity report to the paid leave as the percentage of total compensation for each industry. For the private school sector, there was a dramatic increase in employee productivity between the years 2021 and 2023, as the increase in the percentage of paid leave for overall compensation grew for the same years. For the public sector, there was a rise in productivity in the same years of 2021 through 2023, as the percentage of paid leave remained relatively steady. You can note the percentage of paid leave in the private education sector is higher than the public education sector. The nursing and residential sector also saw an increase in productivity and paid leave between the years of 2021 and 2023. The comparison across industries and the research shows that giving employees more paid leave as part of their overall compensation package can show an increase in productivity, supporting the employee's work-life balance.
In our analysis, we concluded that each of the three firms in our case review approach leaves very differently. State-mandated policies definitely expand options that cover more employee needs. Specific information about individual policies can be found in the appendix.
Ultimately, firms within the United States are only required to give the federally mandated leave to employees. However, to attract more employees to the firm, paid holidays, sick leave, and leave accrual would be optimum. We explored a variety of firms and found some progressive options firms may use to attract a variety of candidates. The more progressive options were paternity leave, leave to care for a new pet, educational study leave allows the employees to take off for professional development, grandparent leave allows the employee to take off to care for aging parents, and community service leave that allows the employee to take off to engage in service projects of their passion. A firm may not be able to offer all of the options listed, but can put together a viable package from the options listed above to attract star candidates.
Benefit packages that incorporate more paid leave options can attract talent and retain employees for longer. By adjusting packages that acknowledge the external factors which impact employees, can build firm loyalty and interrupt an employee's intention to leave. We recommend firms consider adopting policies that mirror those found in states where mandated leave policies have demonstrated effective outcomes for employees and firm productivity. We recommend this especially in states where these benefits might be scarce due to lack of regulation. And this concludes our remarks. Thank you.